Hi guys, this is Mr. Assassin and I'm here today to do Toriko chapters 312, 313, 14 and 15. That's first chapters, and I have been slacking for the past 3 or 4 weeks. Didn't have any time to do any reviews, but I'm back on the horse now, as they say. So let's jump into it. I will do the review very quickly. So first idea, when Bambina turns and shows its true form, the entire planet can feel that, and each of them, each individual and each animal from the planet, from Toriko's planet, of course, feels like something bad is going to happen, and they need to eat as much as they can, fill their stomachs, so they can meet death with a full stomach, I guess. Second part is that the four heavenly kings are fighting, and the fight goes on 4 chapters. They are using Embu to fight Bambina. They are synchronizing their bodies to use 240 trillion cells for each attack, because each of the heavenly kings has 60 trillion cells, which is an odd number because for example, Zeba is bigger than Toriko, so he should have more cells, but it doesn't matter. 60 trillion cells per each heavenly king, and they are fighting using Embu. Bambina does like a planetary tail swipe. The Grammy monsters end up saving the four heavenly kings by disengaging the Embu, so the gravity can pull them to the ground, and the tail misses them. They try to do the dance with Bambina because Coco actually realizes that this whole thing is a dance for Bambina, and Coco actually, when they first meet Kaka in the deserted city, he saw some murals of this dance, and ever since back then he knew that what Bambina was doing in these games was actually a mating dance, but they do not know the last move. There are over 1,000 murals, but they only interpreted 999. So on the last move they will have to improvise. Another thing, Kaka goes past Terikis and Queen and goes directly for Komatsu, but apparently Coco changed Komatsu with a poison doll, and again with the poison dolls, very high use of poison dolls during this fight, and I don't necessarily like it. Kaka is evil. She turns out to be a blue nitro, and she wants to do something to Komatsu, but Komatsu is not there anymore. And she ends up fighting Kiss and Queen, who protected the Den Shark, but the Den Shark gets squashed to the mountain because it no longer is capable of holding that form where only his head is suspended, so he gets crushed. Kaka gets crushed along with the Den Shark, but she just jumps out of the crater, and she now wants to eat Terikis and Queen, which was supposed to protect Komatsu. Apparently Coco knew this. He had a feeling about Kaka, and the fact that she didn't know that the games the Monkey King was doing were a dance, and apparently the Blue Naito do not know how to cook pear at 100%, so they always end up stealing pear or whatever, but they never cooked it at 100%. So that's what Kaka is after. Coco realizes this, and she keeps her out of the loop. He changes Komatsu. I don't know where Komatsu is hidden. He talks with everyone through hidden messages. He tells Sunny to engulf the ring in a dome of hair, so she doesn't see how they are fighting Bambina. So Coco pretty much has everything figured out, and he's keeping Kaka out of the loop. Now, of course, they are trying to do the dance. They do the dance. Of course, they try a couple of times. They don't get all the moves right from the beginning, but every time uh, they miss a move and they have to restart over, Bambina gets more furious and he gets hulked up. But eventually they do get to the 999 move, but they don't know what the last move is. So Bambina gets very pissed off and tries to eat them. That's what appears. Sorry. That what appears to be happening. But in fact, in today's chapter, we see that Bambina was actually trying to kiss them. The last move, the 1000 move, was a kiss, because it is a mating dance. So naturally, the last move is a kiss. And they thought that Bambina was trying to eat them. They did all kinds of attacks, both with the gourmet monsters and with the Embo attack synchronized 2040 trillion cells. But to no avail, they didn't do anything. They didn't even manage to break the skin out of Bambina. And Bambina got so mad that it trashed down a 100G mountain. It destroyed the mountain entirely, and they all were thrown back to the Toriko fields that was somewhere down the mountain. And now everybody is crying and tearing up and they're about to die, but Bambina has nothing. So this guy is legendary. This monkey is legendary. Not only can he move to the speed of light, near the speed of light, because he dodged Coco's spore, I don't know, his spore attack that was supposed to go near the speed of light. So Bambina dodged it easily, and Coco even says it. He's moving at the speed of light. Not only that, but the Toriko pollen from the natural Toriko flowers, which is much more potent than the one Kaka had, doesn't affect him. I mean, yeah, he's crying, but I don't know if he's crying from the Toriko or if he's crying because he's mad and he wants to finish this dance. Anyway, the 4 heavenly kings are beat. They cannot stand against him, and he's about to eat them, or so they think. And Toriko actually tries to take a bite out of Bambina, and I think Toriko bit Bambina's tongue. Yeah, I think that's how it is. So that would count as a kiss. And the next moment, we see Komatsu behind Bambina. We see the female dancer that Bambina was dancing with, and the balls fall off. That's pretty much the 4 chapters. Now I will end up on one of my few theories. If you remember back when they were talking to the Daruma Sage before they left for the Area 7 continent, the Daruma Sage told them that the only thing that can save Komatsu and replace its heart is a pear, the fruit of the 2 worlds. So that's the name of the fruit. Apparently, this fruit can unite the 2 worlds, and what other worlds can they be talking about except the world of the living and the world of the dead? So remember that pear is called the fruit of the 2 worlds, the fruit of the 2 dimensions, something like that. So what happened at the end when Bambina's balls fell, and now pear can be collected? I think the 2 worlds were united, both the living world and the deceased world. And that's why Bambina's lover is there, because Bambina's lover, I think she's dead, but now Bambina can see her because the 2 worlds have momentarily united. And also why they can see Komatsu, because Komatsu is between life and death. Yeah, so that's what I think happens. The 2 worlds were momentarily united, and now Bambina can see his dead lover, and everybody can see Komatsu because Komatsu is between the 2 worlds, the living and the dead. So what happens up next, we have to see in the next chapter. And yeah, I think that's everything. I don't think I missed anything. Rate, comment, subscribe, and have a nice day, guys.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.